Hey guys, I'm back to do my next character review. Like my friend mentioned in his video, this time we're doing character reviews of Aladdin and Iago, both from the Aladdin franchise. He did his Aladdin review yesterday, and I'm here today to do my Iago review. Um, Hopefully we won't be too busy this week and we can actually get, all four reviews up in 1 week, but, well, you never can tell with the schedules that we have. Anyway, the list of complaints about Iago are, he's way too greedy and cares more about getting rich than his friends. He's mean and rude to his friends and takes advantage of them. He's always getting Abu in trouble. He's a coward. His character development and reformation was done poorly. He stays a jerk in the TV series and third movie, despite reforming. He's annoying, he's not funny, and his voice is annoying. Okay, starting with, he's way too greedy and cares more about getting rich than his friends. I do get this to an extent. Yeah, he is definitely really greedy. And definitely the most flawed of the good guys in the Aladdin franchise. And I understand that there's only so much greediness that you can handle. So, I mean, I do get this to an extent, and if he's way too greedy for your taste, then he's probably not your kind of character, but I wouldn't go so far to say that he cares more about getting rich than he does about his friends. While he may not like to admit it, while he does definitely have a tough shell and isn't into sentimental things. While he may not like to admit it, he is shown as genuinely caring for his friends. I mean, he's definitely shown as risking his life to save his friends. On various occasions. Like, in the episode, I'm sorry, I can't remember the names of a lot of the Aladdin episodes, like in the episode where, Aladdin decides to take it on himself to change the fate of the riders of Ramond, who are trying to deliver this package, and who keep getting stopped by these bandits, and whenever they do, this gem keeps breaking, and so they keep repeating it for centuries, and whenever Aladdin and his friends keep trying to stop them, more of them get trapped, until finally Iago's the only one who's left, and he ends up risking his life to save his friends. I mean, if he didn't genuinely care about his friends, and only cared about getting rich, he could have easily just just left them there to continue repeating that, and gone on and found treasure somewhere and become a rich bird. So yeah, while he definitely doesn't like to admit it, I wouldn't go so far as to say that he cares more about getting rich than his friends and doesn't genuinely care about them. It's kind of like my friend mentioned about Aladdin in the complaint, that he only liked Jasmine for her looks, and like we've mentioned about Derek and Charming, about how Derek only liked Odette for her looks and Charming only liked Cinderella for her looks. If Iago didn't genuinely care for his friends and only saw them as some kind of means to get rich, he wouldn't be risking his life for them. He's mean and rude to his friends and takes advantage of them. Yeah. Those are some more of his many flaws. And again, if you're not fond of characters that are extremely flawed, kind of like I am, I tend to like characters with harsher personalities, but that's just me. If you're not fond of characters like that, I can see why this might be a turn-off to you. But, those are some of his many flaws. But, I always saw him as being more of a character like, Miss Piggy or Candace or something like that. Where, they're an entertaining character, but not intended to be a role model. Also kind of like grumpy, like, Miss Piggy, Candace, or Grumpy, where they're an entertaining character that has some depth to them, but not intended to be a role model. And I mean, while he's not given a deep backstory or anything like that, you do have to take into consideration the fact that, up until the point that, and I will get more into this into later complaints, because these do overlap. Excuse me. Up until the point that he became friends with Aladdin and the rest of his friends, pretty much the only person that he knew was Jafar. So, you wouldn't expect Jafar to teach him any kind of good moral values or anything like that. So pretty much his entire life, up until the point where he met Aladdin and became friends with him, he was pretty much taught bad morals by Jafar. You know, how to take advantage of people, how to lie and cheat, and that sort of stuff. That's how I always saw it. And when he met Aladdin, and when he came in contact with Aladdin in the second movie, who was willing to give him a second chance after he assisted Jafar in trying to kill him, That was pretty much the first time he ever met a person who genuinely cared for him. So, you wouldn't expect someone, uh, who had been pretty much raised by Jafar their whole life to have great moral values. And yeah, you can tell, uh, you can definitely tell in various episodes that he is working to overcome his flaws, even if he doesn't want to admit it. But um, and I sorry, I can understand this being a turnoff to some people, but you also have to take into consideration the source of the character that it's coming from, and why he behaves this way. Um, he's always getting Abu in trouble. Yeah, he does talk Abu into going into a lot of his get-rich-quick schemes and that sort of stuff. Um, but, well, this is also kind of a complaint about Abu being, gullible and that sort of thing. Being gullible enough to go along with the get-rich-quick schemes and that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't blame that entirely on Iago, because this is kind of a complaint about both of them. I mean, there are several incidences where, where he talks Abu into, trying to steal treasure from the royal treasury, or, steal jewels from the, den of thieves, or, try to sell worthless things as treasure and that kind of stuff. Or go on dangerous treasure hunts. So, yeah, there are several incidences about that, where he talks Abu into doing stuff like that. And, yeah, while he is the, mastermind behind the get-rich-quick schemes, nobody was forcing Abu to go along with them, so this is kind of a complaint about him, too. And, if you're gonna complain about, about Iago, talking Abu into them, you also need to complain about Abu being willing to go along with them. So nice try, but pick a better reason than that. He's a coward. Yeah, that's another one of his many flaws, him being a coward. It's not to the point where I dislike him, because he generally does the right thing in the end, and recognizes the fact that he, even if he doesn't like to admit it, was being cowardly and saves his friends. Like, in the episode, The Hero with a Thousand Feathers, boy, that's a tongue twister, where, sorry, I need a drink. Where at first he cowardly, where he, sets some kind of ancient demon free, and cowardly blames it on Genie because he doesn't want to have to be the one to fight it, and keeps denying it. And then finally, his conscience gets the best of him, and he goes back and saves his friends. So yeah, he was definitely being cowardly there, but in the end, he admits to himself that he was being a coward, and that his friends need him, and goes back and saves the day. And also in the episode the Black Sand, where he risks his life distracting Mosin Wrath while his friends escape. Even though he was being a coward and considering not doing it. And that goes back to the first complaint about how he cared more about getting rich than about his friends. Again, if he cared more about money than about his friends, he wouldn't be risking his life in either of those episodes. He wouldn't be risking his life in either of those episodes to help his friends. His character development and reformation was done poorly. How? How was it done poorly? I mean, it doesn't show him changing from bad to good overnight. I mean, at first it... At first it shows him changing... At first it shows him accidentally saving Aladdin's life, and actually, but before that, it shows him wanting to use Aladdin to get into the palace to get rich. Then it shows him accidentally saving his life and deciding to use that to his advantage. Then it shows... Then when Aladdin genuinely stands up for him when the guards are about to kill him, it shows him... It shows him seeing that Aladdin genuinely cares for him, and considering that he might owe him, that he might owe him something, and then changing his mind about it. And then it shows him living in the lap of luxury and enjoying it. And when Jafar shows up and wants to use him, and wants to use him to get his revenge on Aladdin, he doesn't want to go along with it, mostly for his own benefit. And, after he agrees to, because he doesn't want to get hurt, it shows him feeling genuinely bad for it. And then, after Jafar's plan works, it shows him, uh, uh, it shows him, setting Genie free so that he can save Aladdin, and deciding to leave so that he, will only be responsible for himself, and then, while Aladdin and his friends are getting beat by Jafar, it shows him coming back and risking his life to save them. So yeah, it's a nice, to me it's a nice process with a couple of ups and downs in it. I mean, it doesn't, boom, happen overnight. So, to me it's done really well, but, to each their own. I mean, when I think of, character development and, reformations that are done really poorly, ones like, Dimitri come to mind. He stays a jerk in the TV series in the third movie despite reforming. Yeah, he does, pretty much. Again, like I said before, you wouldn't expect somebody who was pretty much raised by an evil person like Jafar to to have learned anything sterling. So, you wouldn't expect him to go from from a jerk to a from a jerk to a gentleman overnight. So, him staying a jerk really doesn't surprise me. If you're not into characters with harsh personalities like I am, then he's not a character for you. But again, you have to consider the source, and consider the fact that reforming and deciding that you're going to start a new life doesn't happen. That completely reforming and deciding that you're going to start a new life doesn't happen overnight. Anyway, so, while I do get this one to an extent, I think that people fail to, fail to consider his source and his backstory, just because it's kind of glossed over. He's annoying. Annoying is very, very, very subjective and very much in the eye of the beholder. I won't go too deep into this because I've gone over it a lot. I do get this complaint with him more than I do with other characters because he does have his annoying moments. He definitely has his share of annoying moments. But I mean, there are characters that I find annoying, like, Rapunzel, Anna, Merida, Dimitri, Flynn Rider, that a lot of people find charming. And there are others that I like a lot, like, Candace, Miss Piggy, and, Donald and Daisy that a lot of people find annoying. So it's very much in the eye of the beholder. It's just your personal taste. He's not funny. Much like funny much like annoying, funny is very much in the eye of the beholder. Um, there are characters like, there are characters like, Timon and Pumbaa that I don't find very funny, that a lot of people do, and characters like, the gargoyles from The Hunchback that I find funny, that a lot of people don't. So I won't get too deep into it, because I've been over it a lot. But if you don't find him funny, he's probably not your cup of tea. His voice is annoying. While I can understand why you find his voice annoying, since he's voiced by Gilbert Godfrey, who does have a pretty annoying voice. I don't really see that as a legitimate reason to hate him as a character. I mean, I find Donald Duck's voice pretty annoying. What with the but I still like him a lot as a character. I mean, if you do find his voice annoying, you might list that as a negative trait about him, but don't list it as a reason that you hate him as a character, because that really doesn't have anything to do with him, with his personality, or him as a whole. So nice try, but pick a better reason. Anyway, that's about all I have to say about the complaints. Personally, personally, I absolutely love Iago. He's probably my favorite character from the Aladdin franchise. He recently took Jafar's place. He recently took Jafar's place as my favorite character from the Aladdin franchise. He's slowly working his way up into my favorite 20 or 30 favorite fictional characters. I think he's definitely got a lot more depth and complexity than people give him credit for. Probably not uber complex, but definitely has some complexity to him. But I can also understand a lot of these complaints. I can also understand a lot of these complaints about him, because a lot of people are turned off by characters with harsh personalities. Personally, I tend to like characters like that a lot. I don't know, I just feel like characters like that, have a lot more depth to them, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, that's about all that I have to say. The link to my friend's video will be in the description box below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye and see you next time.